Caitlin Clark has said things that made basketball fans admire her even more. Along with raising the league's status and setting new standards for competition, she remains calm at all times and never loses her
I'm pretty sure the only people that view this as a rivalry is all of you. Like, for us, like, it's just like a game of basketball. Like, that's what it is, and if it's gonna help move the game forward, absolutely. Like, that's amazing. That's what it should be. Like, people could talk about it.
Composure. Despite the recent on-court tensions gaining a lot of attention, the Indiana Fever star insists that she and Rays are not rivals. She believes the spotlight is beneficial for the sport. Tickets for Sunday's game between the Fever and the Sky were listed starting at $230 on StubHub on Friday night. This will be the third matchup between the two top teams in the league. Clark questioned why Sunday's game wasn't held at a larger venue, especially after State Farm Arena drew 17,700 people for Indiana's fourth straight win over the Atlanta Dream. "I saw the ticket prices," she said, referring to the high demand from her fans. "I just don't understand why we aren't playing at the United Center." She added,
"She has the ball, but first and foremost, she's great at passing. Look, she sees the play even though she's ahead of it. All eyes are attracted to her as a rookie. She finds Aaliyah Boston for an easy look. Again, she can assist, but look, they're double screens here. Katie Lou is a freaking shooter, and she's still just turning around to give her a shot. That's 33.
That she didn't know a rapper would be performing there that night. Both players joined the WNBA this year as top draft picks, and as expected, a rivalry started to develop between them. They're both incredible athletes, and even wrestling legend Ric Flair has expressed admiration for them. There have been deleted tweets that seem to target Clark, and some believe Reese might have an issue with the former Iowa star. Whatever is being said on Twitter, the media has certainly taken notice of their growing rivalry. However, Clark wishes people would stop focusing on it. Before the Fever vs. Sky game this past weekend, a reporter asked Clark about the rumored feud with Angel Reese. The question clearly didn't sit well with her, and who could blame her? She's probably tired of hearing about it. "I'm pretty sure the only people who see this as a rivalry are all of you," she said, trying to dispel the rivalry myth. "It's just a basketball game to us." She acknowledged that it was exciting to see fans so invested, but also expressed surprise that the Fever vs. Sky game wasn't being held in a larger venue, like some of the earlier Fever games this season. "I thought that would have been great for the game and all the women's basketball fans in Chicago," she added. Clark also mentioned that while there could be something going on behind the scenes, she wasn't aware of it, as it was a bit above my pay grade. She noted that the last two games had lived up to the hype, providing fans with some thrilling basketball. But here's the most interesting twist in the story. The first round of voting for the 2024 All-Star Game is already underway. It looks like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will likely play together for the first time in their careers at the WNBA All-Star Game. Clark came in second in votes, just behind A'ja Wilson, while Reese secured the seventh spot in the poll released on Friday. Their vote totals make them strong contenders for selection to the WNBA All-Star Team, which will also feature players named to the U.S. Olympic team. Team USA's first Olympic game against Japan is on July 20th, 2024, just 9 days before the WNBA All-Star Game. A pairing of Clark and Reese at the All-Star Game would certainly be exciting to watch. Before this weekend's game between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky, the two had already faced off twice in the NCAA, adding even more intrigue to their potential matchup in the WNBA All-Star Game. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have faced off in tournaments with Iowa and LSU, respectively, and their upcoming meeting will mark their third encounter in a month. While fans might view them as bitter rivals, both players have always spoken highly of each other in interviews. On the court, however, it's clear that they are fierce competitors. A lot of fans are excited to see them face off against some of the best athletes in the world at the upcoming All-Star Game in Phoenix. The All-Star Game will take place at Footprint Center, home of the Phoenix Mercury during the regular season. Clark recently explained why people are so eager to see a rivalry with Reese, emphasizing the passion and intensity they bring to the game. That emotion and fire may not always have been recognized in women's sports, but it should be, Clark said. That's what makes it enjoyable. Players selected for the Olympics will still be part of the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, but their votes won't affect their selection. They will automatically be included on Team USA. The players with the most votes, including those on Team USA, will make up the first 10 players for the All-Star game. The WNBA head coaches will fill the last few spots on the All-Star team, and Caitlin Clark's college friend, Kate Martin, a rookie with the Las Vegas Aces, is also likely to make the All-Star game. Despite starting just one game this season and averaging only 4.2 points per game, Martin has quickly made friends in her new city. An interesting aspect of the All-Star selection process is that fan votes account for half of the final choice, while player and media votes each make up 25%. The official All-Star teams will be revealed on July 3rd, before Sunday's game between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky, their third professional meeting since their college rivalry. When asked about the possibility of playing together with Reese, Clark acknowledged that it's all hypothetical. "I think we would both say that playing basketball is our main goal," Clark said. "It would be great if it works out for both of us, and it would be enjoyable." True to her modesty, Clark refrained from bragging about potential All-Star selections or more votes, speaking carefully about the situation. Caitlin Clark recently commented on the All-Star selection process, saying, "I guess I'm not completely clear on how the All-Star team is chosen. It's my first time in the league. Fans' choices are one of the factors, but there are others as well." She acknowledged that fan votes are important, but other criteria also play a role in the selection process. If she were to make the team, Clark believes people would appreciate it, referring to—
Let's talk about it. The Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese effect is real. According to Vivid Seats, the average ticket price for today's game is $351. Can I borrow some dollars?
Hello?
That is the highest average ticket price for a WNBA game since 2015. In fact,
her strong season. Her stats speak volumes about her talent. She's averaging 16.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game. If she continues at this pace, she will become only the fourth player in WNBA history to average at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a season. Clark currently leads all rookies in scoring, assists, and several other key categories. Caitlin Clark is ranked 4th in assists and 3rd in three-pointers made among all players in the WNBA. Her impressive performance has solidified her place as one of the top rookies in the league. On the other hand, Angel Reese has set a new rookie record by recording 7 consecutive double-doubles. She averages 12.4 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game. The LSU rookie leads the league in offensive rebounds by a margin of 20 and also tops all rookies in steals, showcasing her dominance on both ends of the court. The Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese effect is definitely making waves. According to Vivid Seats, the average ticket price for today's game is $351, which is the highest average ticket price for a WNBA game since 2015. It's clear that the excitement surrounding these two stars has generated a lot of buzz and increased demand for tickets. As for borrowing some dollars, I wish I could help with that. It's a big moment for women's basketball, with the players' influence clearly driving up interest and prices. Caitlin Clark's tough competition on the court is a major plus for the WNBA. Their most recent game on June 16th drew an average of 2.22 million viewers, with a high of nearly 3 million. It aired on CBS, making it the most-watched WNBA game in 23 years, with more people streaming it than any other WNBA game in history. Just a few days ago, Angel Reese committed a clear foul against Clark, sparking a lot of discussions in the media. Clark, the WNBA's first overall pick, played down the incident, even though she ended up on the floor after attempting a shot. Reese tried to swipe at Clark's hand but accidentally hit her in the head instead of the ball. Initially called a common foul, the play was reviewed and changed to a flagrant foul. Reese responded as she always does, bluntly addressing the situation with the referees. Clark showed great sportsmanship, saying, "I think it's just the emotion and passion that we play with." She added that these qualities may not always have been fully appreciated in women's sports, but they should be. "That's what makes it enjoyable," Clark said. She emphasized that while things may get heated on the court, both teams are ultimately focused on winning. "The game should have rivals. Therefore, we are competitors," Clark noted, highlighting the passion that fuels the sport. Her approach and attitude make her an outstanding example for the WNBA, and the league certainly picked the right person to lead the way.